Hey there guys, welcome to another board game night, and we are playing the very ostentatious Cthulhu Wars.
Oh, I'm amazed.
I've been practicing that one. Yeah.
Check the dictionary before we started.
That was my word of the day. I've got it used.
You got word of the day toilet paper, that's what it is.
Okay, so just to let you know, this is Ashen's game, and he's here too.
Well, I'd like to think
This is all our first time playing it, so we might make a mistake or two, and we'll get Tony's here too, and he's playing. What is this faction called?
Oh, here we go again. We
the crawling chaos.
no, you're left attack.
All right, so I'm going to call them the blue ones, and Ashen is playing the red ones.
I've got Shubnigoroth, the black goat of the woods.
And Martin is here, and he's playing the yellow ones.
I'm the yellow sign, in fact. I have the king in yellow here. Hasta.
Awesome. And I'm playing the green ones, or aka Cthulhu. Right, so this is an area control game, akin to Chaos in the Old World. As you can see, it has lots of territories over the map. And we are trying to accumulate up to around about 30 victory points, or doom points as it's called. Once we trigger that'll end the game, but it's not necessarily if you reach that point you'll win, because then you get victory points as well from this little bag over there with Elder Sign victory points in there, so they range from 1, 2 or 3, and I don't know if there's any other victory points on our special ability things, so that's basically it. But we also have this track here, which is the ritual track, and this will give you more power points, isn't it?
Victory points.
Victory points.
But you basically buy victory points with it, and every time you activate it, the track moves up one. So it's a bit of a selfish thing, really, because if it gets to the end, we all lose.
Yeah.
Or it ends the game, anyway.
And none of us may have the victory
Yeah,
conditions.
absolutely. Because I
That's
think
right.
you can't win unless you've got all 6 of your spell books covered up.
And the spell books are...
Correct.
Is that incorrect?
That is correct.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Okay.
So I thought it was incorrect. Like, oh crap, I'm playing it wrong.
As you can see, yeah, these are where your spellbooks go, and this is your spellbook right here. They are activated in all different ways. So, for example, you see the top one there, it says, in the first Doom phase, receive this spellbook, or Awaken Cthulhu. And we all have different ones, I think, or rather some of them are the same.
Different. It's very asymmetric. We've got different abilities as well as different ways to get the abilities. Probably best to point out the miniatures.
Yeah, they're miniatures.
It's like
Bigger chairs.
the box is ridiculous. It's
Yeah.
the biggest box I've ever
That's
seen.
the front side. Show me the side side.
Yeah, it's massive.
This is a standard reference hand.
Standard reference there. Yeah, I mean, from a miniature perspective, I think they're top quality miniatures. Really, really good.
But not really miniature.
No, we'll cover them in the verdict at the end. So what else can I tell you? I think the gameplay turn will give you a bit more of an indication of how the game turn works, because it's literally, as you can see on the turn sequence here, it's gain power. Come on, focus in, focus in. There we go. Gather your power, then you determine first player, which is the person with the most power. You do your doom phase, which is score some victory points, and then beat each other up in the action phase.
Yeah, it seems pretty simple, to be honest. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, Ashton gave us a detailed run through of how it'll play, but to be honest, he could have given us that and just gave us a 3-minute overview, and I think we would have got it.
Okay, so that's enough ambling. Let's get to the gameplay. Okay, guys, so we're a little way through the game, and we're going to do the gameplay turn now. So just to give you updates where we are.
I've got to be honest, I have no idea how far into the game we are.
So those are the points before this turn started.
Yeah, you can't see Tony there. He's
Yeah,
not quite up.
he's behind the massive Cthulhu figure.
Cthulhu.
Those are that. This is where the ritual track is. It's on that 8 mark over there. So there's only 4 more or 3 more chances. 4 chances left. And
Because once it gets to instant death, everybody can do it at the cost of 10 still.
I'll give you a quick
Just 10.
scan of the board.
There's a lot of plastic on here. We're a bit worried about the table strength.
Yeah. Okay, and then I've got all my spell books. Tony's still gonna get 2 more. What do you need to do for those last 2?
Awaken
Oh yeah, you haven't summoned your big thing yet.
and capture 1 enemy cultist, which I keep trying to do.
I did it. It was easy.
Hey.
And Ash needs 1 more, which
I
is...
just need to awaken old Shub here.
Alright, and Martha's got all his spellbooks. And the spellbooks are obviously a prerequisite to winning. You can't win if you don't have all 6 already. And then obviously the game ends when either we reach the 30 mark there or instant death there. And then we work out points. So I've got a few of the Elder Sign tokens. Martin's got a few as well. And I don't think you two have any. No. Okay, so the first thing you do in the turn sequence is gather power. So you gain, as you can see there, +1 per cultist, +2 per control gate, +1 for an abandoned gate. An abandoned gate is a gate like this, which has no one in control of it.
Oh, we all get +1 for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
How many are there?
Just one.
One.
And
So I'm at 14.
obviously to control it, you need a cultist in the area. Okay, so I've got 11. How many you got, Tone?
14.
14. How many you got, Ash?
I've got 13.
13. And how many you got?
I have 17.
Right, so that means Martin will be first player.
Just to explain as well, I've got a lot more than them because I get additional power from these desolation that I've been going around
Desecration.
with. Desecration, sorry. Yeah.
Hey, and there's someone else that does another words.
Desolation and desecration aren't that different, to be honest.
Anyway, you used up your big word for the day.
Day,
already,
yeah.
didn't you?
With the King in Yellow, he goes around and basically desecrates the area. And as long as I've got a figure in there, I get an extra power from that. So that's kind of what my game's been about, putting those down. So that's why I look like I've spread out thinly and got a lot of power from that. So anyway, that makes me the first player, which I'm going to stay as.
And he gets to alternate that in the direction of
Flip
play.
it that way.
So I'm going second now. No.
Yes, you are.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I'll keep it that way.
Okay. Damn it, I should have thought what I was doing.
Okay, so now we move on to the Doom phase.
Right.
Okay.
So as you can see, we've just done step 2, which was determine first player, and now we do step 3, which is Doom phase. This is where you gain victory points for each controlled gate, and if you want to use the ritual track. So starting with Martin.
Okay, so I've got 2 from 2 control gates, and I'm going to spend, was it 7? 8. Jesus. Okay.
Quickly.
And I will do that, which then gets me
more
from a
victory
Ritual of Annihilation, which is that. So I get extra points for the gates, and then extra tokens for each old one I've got. So I've got 2 old ones.
I tried to get rid of this one last turn, and it backfired on me, as I got booted out to there.
It actually worked brilliantly for me. I think it went better than...
Yeah, it did you a favour by attacking you.
Sad Cthulhu.
So that's that, and
Yep.
that's me.
Jason?
So Jason, you're next.
You've got 3
3
gates.
control gates, so I get 3 victory points.
And you can, if you want, spend, was it 8?
It's still 8.
8?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I don't know, will I? Seems like a lot.
It is a lot. You've only got 11.
So leave me with 3 left. No, I'm not going to do it.
4 gates.
4 gates. 4 points.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Do you want to spend?
Oh, I'm not going to spend.
Must be tempting. You should get another 4.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't done it yet at all. Because you've been very pacifist as well.
Towards the game end,
Yeah,
maybe.
because
Yeah,
if
he hasn't-
heads
yeah.
towards game end, he will lose.
Alright, Ash, your turn.
And I only get 3 because I've got 3 gates, because my Dark Young here can control a gate. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that is the Doom phase.
So, I've moved into joint last now for the first time in the game because I denied you of that gate.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yeah, but you've got, what was that, 7 eldest? So that's a minimum of 7 points.
It is exactly 7 points.
Right, so now we got the action phase, and as you can see there, those are the actions. So starting with Martin, he gets to do the first action.
Oh shit, yeah. I have no idea. I think I will spend 1 to summon a cultist over here.
Okay.
Alright, I am going to spend, I'm on 11, so I'm going to go down to 8, and I'm going to build a gate down there.
And for free, that cultist can go on to and control the gate.
Okay, so Tony.
Me, I'm going to capture one of Cthulhu's cultists on that gate there.
Oh crap, I forgot about that.
Oh, you forgot about that.
You got 2.
Damn it.
Capture a cultist. Which fulfills one of my
Yay!
spell things.
Well done, Tone.
I threw you a bone there, Tone.
Yeah. Well,
I am going to awaken Shub-Niggurath, so I'm going to spend 8.
I like the fact
1,
that you
2, 3, 4,
gained a
5,
gate and
6,
lost a gate.
7.
Yeah.
I'm going to remove the 2 cultists.
Might be time to bug out of there.
There's a big fat monster
Yeah,
in that
let's get
area.
that one on the wall.
Several.
Wasn't too far earlier on.
Okay.
I will.
Costs 10 to
I'm going to spend a power to summon a.
fill up it. Let's go.
How do I like that?
Excuse me.
Shaking your head.
It's like no point. If I attack you, I'm just going to give you more spawn points again. I'm going to spend 3, so I'm on 8. So my trusty extra right hand is going to do that. No, just 3, just 3.
God, I mess it up.
And I'm going to spawn one of these star screams or what's it called? Star spawns down there.
I'm glad he used his extra hand. What he usually uses when he's filming.
Okay, Tone.
I will summon the cultist over and take Matt's.
Jason's shaking his head.
13 to
I
spell.
saw my beautiful gates disappearing.
Isn't that good though? Because I now control one in the ocean.
Oh no, I was on 14.
He gets a power for
Yeah,
it.
Oh,
powerful.
there you go.
Yeah, it's not. It'd be better if he controlled it, admittedly.
Go on, Ash.
So me, I
I think everyone this turn should pick on Martin.
am going to actually have a combat round.
This is a bit harsh.
If I do that, am I going to? 1, 2. I'm going to spend 2. Sorry, 1, and summon myself another cultist. No.
Interesting.
If you can find space anywhere in that section.
Yeah. So he's got on that side. Alright, Martin.
That might be a mistake. Think about it.
I have no idea. So this is when I feel like I need to be defending myself. I don't think you'll fight there because that looks. What's the combat strength of him?
It is equal to the number of cultists I have plus controlled gates.
On the board. Cultists on the
Plus
board.
my cultists and my controlled gates. So at the moment I've got 3 cultists and 3 controlled gates, so it's 6.
Okay. I'll spend 1 and I'll capture him.
Like that is fine.
What's the combat strength now? 5.
I think I'm going to spend... Oh man, I don't know. I think I might spend 2 to summon my Shoggoth into that area down there.
Oh my god.
And then I'll go down 1, 2.
Okay, I'm going to spend 10 to summon Nyarlathotep.
Obviously to 2. 12.
Tiny's fulfilled all his spellbooks. He's just filling up my area.
Play 10. That's it. Wow, that's nice.
Weird.
Right, Ash.
I'm going to build a gate
That's why I
there.
waited to the end.
1, 2, 3.
Summon that.
I totally forgot that he could build a gate.
That's not a terrible idea, man.
Equal to the
You know,
number of spells.
but I'm just that
But
special at the
from board,
moment.
It wasn't worth me getting my biggie in as a
Alright,
game
Martin.
till the end.
I'll spend 1. Capture this
Couple
guy.
of dice, really.
Also, yours plus that specific 12.
I'm going to spend...
Have a crap combat. That's why everybody got theirs in first. I waited for everybody to fill up the spell book.
Oh, Jesus. I think I'm going to spend 1. And I'm going to move Cthulhu over there. I can only move 1 creature, can't I?
No, you can
No, you can
spend
move the lot.
multiples.
Oh, right, okay.
One
Also,
for each.
because you've got all 6 of your books, you can initiate combat as well.
What, immediately?
Yes.
Where did he say that?
Sorry,
Another one of those.
Oh, that would have been useful earlier.
Hang on, let's just pause the video a second. Let's have a conversation.
So we could shout it out. Okay, so technical difficulties aside, we've replaced D with Ash. Because Ash is dead.
We wish.
D with Ash?
Apparently, Ashen tells us that once you've got all 6 spell books, tells us like at this point in the game, you get a battle becomes an unlimited action, which apparently means it doesn't require an action.
I meant to
do.
say it as soon as somebody got noticed it, and then it only came up now. So
Okay, so what that means is when you do I moved into there for 1 action point, I can immediately spend another action point, so I don't have to wait a turn to initiate combat there straight away, which is what I'm going to do. Cthulhu has...
Seems a touch overkilly. I'm not going to lie, as I've got no combat dice.
I moved in there thinking, oh, you're going to bolster it, so that's why I had all those guys come in there.
have.
So instead, Cthulhu's going to devour one of those minions. You get to choose.
You can kill him. Rom.
Okay, and then I roll 6 dice for Cthulhu,
I get a power for that.
3 for the Starspawn, 2 for the Shoggoth, and 1 for my frog.
So 2, 4, 6, 1 for the deep one, and 2 for the Shoggoth.
Yep, and 3 for the Starspawn.
Got a Starspawn there as well.
Yeah.
Have you got? Where's the deep one then? I can't even
Behind
see.
Cthulhu.
I think we'll get onto the miniature size in the final thoughts.
Right, so roll the dice. 6s automatically kill something, and then 4s and 5s make them retreat. But as you can see, I've got like
Net
4.
result: the zombie's dead.
Yes.
No.
And then I've got no dudes in there, so...
but I will send my 2 ghouls in there to make you move 2 of you guys out.
Okay.
The power point one.
It's a spell book one, so. Or it might be a power.
Right, so his ghouls have just moved from there. I don't know why.
They like feasting on the dead, basically.
And they cause other miniatures to move out. So basically, the net result is that's an uncontrolled gate area now. Okay. So that was my turn. So Tony.
Okay, I'm going to use my 1,000 forms. Can I have a dice?
No.
Please. Thank you. Right, you 3 have to decide how you're going to... You've got a minute to decide how you lose 1 power point between you. If in the minute you don't decide that, I get the power point.
Okay, so on this clock it says
So
13:20.
You'll gain 1 power
He'll gain the
No,
power point.
unless one of us loses a power.
Yeah.
Unless you
equal to
decide
D6.
how you're going to lose between you 1 power point.
Screw it, I ain't losing one.
No, I'm not losing.
Hell
I've
no,
only
I
got
ain't.
one.
I've only got 1 as
Well,
well.
I think you decided then I'll
Yeah,
get the
you
power
get
point.
that power, mate.
Enjoy.
If it was 6, it might be a bit different.
That was an action. That was a 0 cost action.
Okay.
And I flip it over to show that I've used it this turn.
Oh, okay, cool. So action.
Oh man. That's what I want to do. I am going to spend a point. Summon a cultist. No. Let's spend a point and move him to there.
Okay.
Damn you! Leave my gate alone.
I'm Martin. You've got loads.
Damn you! Tell me the rules when I need to know them.
No.
You've got
Never.
loads of spawn points left.
Yeah, killing my cultists. Well, he just took my turn as well. That's what I was about to do. Which is très annoying. So, for melee...
Get up to some of my cultists in the shop now.
I'm going to spend 1 to move you into here, along with all these undead.
Including that one?
No, he's staying there. And then it's basically this action here, the Screaming Dead. I can then immediately make another action. So I will spend 1 and I'll convert him. Actually, I'll catch him.
Convert him? What are you going to convert him into?
Zombie.
Alright.
Is this a pre-battle?
No,
No,
it's not
no.
battle. I've just captured him.
Just capture.
I'm going to spend my last point to summon a cultist in there.
Oh, that's true. I'll let them go to where they're going to.
Alright, Tone.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to spend 1 point to move.
Ooh!
And
Titans!
then have a battle.
Okay.
Okay, pre-battle, I have move hunting horrors into the area where there's a battle. Okay, other pre-battle, I've got no polyps in there, so I can't exempt
Mine's
anybody.
getting ready to gain more
I've got
power.
no gaunts in there.
He's only got 1 cultist in there, so it's just another power.
This one.
Better than a kick in the teeth, man.
Okay, and
It's still
all the
friggin'
others
annoying.
Going and post battles.
My two cultures are sitting over there.
Right,
Okay.
how many dice you want?
I want. How many spells you got?
6.
And I've got 6, so I've got 12. Plus,
Jesus.
plus 3 for each hunting.
That's 18 dice.
That's why I didn't summon him until the end stage of the game. So it's this one, was it 18?
Everything has 1 hit point, by the way, so
Yeah.
he needs 2 6s.
Defender chooses.
No,
But
I choose.
yeah, you're the defender.
I'm sorry, I choose for both.
Oh, well, you choose for both.
Yeah, because I'm stuck.
But I don't think it's gonna matter much. There's a few sixes
You
there.
rolled 2 6s.
2 6.
Damn it! Right, and then my
8 dice.
yeah, mine's equal to the ritual thing. I thought that was really good until I saw everybody else's power. It's like, okay, it's not that great.
Mine's not that
Well,
great.
mine's I only got 6 dice. Period.
Mine can be good.
Said period. I got no 6s and only 1 4.
So 1 retreat, Danny.
Okay, so he dies.
Hasta is dead.
Which is good.
Watch out your wrist. Yeah?
Because if Nyarlathotep is in battle with one or more great ones which are pained or killed, you receive power equal to half the awakening cost of the great one.
5.
Or per every old great one you may choose to receive 2 elder signs instead of power. I have 2 elder signs.
The bag's there. Post battle, my ghouls are going to turn up.
And kick you out. Those friggin' ghouls are annoying.
Seems very annoying.
Apparently, that's what the black goat does. Because yeah,
So
They gotta go to somewhere.
that doesn't have yellow.
No,
figures.
red. Oh no,
Yellow.
yellow.
Well, he can go in either of these two, which are his. Can you split them as well?
Yeah. So they can split them up, I guess.
but that really doesn't bother me. Because all I wanted to do was kill the great old one to get 2 of these. So.
Thanks.
Alright, Ashen, you're done, aren't
I'm
you?
done. I technically
Okay.
passed.
I'll
No
spend
power.
1.
Yeah, when you got 0 power like me and Ash,
So
do,
a cultist
you
in
just
here.
skip your turn.
Only from the great one you actually get.
Okay,
Yeah.
Jason.
Nope, I'm done. So
Uh,
it's basically just you and Martin left. Attack him again.
I'm not attacking.
You just stole your gate down there, man.
I know.
He just stole mine and killed my great.
Well, it's technically Jason's gate that you.
Yeah.
Which I stole fair and square.
My creatures can fly, so they can move 2 areas. So let's go pre-battle.
But that costs you 1, doesn't it?
Would you be?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do a battle because you
Oh.
haven't got the power, have you?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, you've only got 1 power left. So you can move in there,
can move
which is a
in
nice declaration.
yes.
Thank you. I'm glad to know what's happening then.
Well, it's pretty obvious because that's my power. I'm in the.
Come fight me.
great
Yeah.
ones.
That's interesting now. It's like, get the hell away from him, he's really dangerous. So what are you going to do?
12 attack dice.
Mind you, I can move. No, I still can't battle there. When do you sacrifice these to get
The beginning of the turn.
Yeah. You got the power at this first thing.
I'll move that polyp out of there. 2 areas.
You can move it into there.
There you go, listen.
It goes obviously across the board.
Okay, me.
Yep, it's just you left.
Okay, I'll desolate that area. It's a dice roll. I have to get equal to or less than the number of figures I have in there. So, add it for free. And I'll spend another one.
Get a power 2 or less.
Oh, of course,
guys up.
of course. Thank you, Ashen. I can spawn a monster in there if I do that. I'm now going to spend another one and move into here with my entourage. Hi! I then get to immediately do an action, which will be to capture him. And I'll spend another one.
The reason why he can capture because
You
you
need 2 to desecrate. And
Not anymore.
the
Oh, no, it is. You're right. Because Hasta's now dead.
Yeah.
that what is that guy called? King in the Woods. He's also
The King in the Woods.
The king in yellow.
Which means I don't have that extra point then to desecrate at all because I've needed to spend it there. because Tony boned me.
Alright, so I just want to clarify again that that king in the yellow is a god or
Who's the
something,
king in the woods?
and he trumps monsters. So normally you can't steal a cultist if there's a monster with them, but the gods can steal still.
Yes.
So that's why you could steal from me there.
I'm out of power then.
Right, so that's the turn basically. Everyone's out of power. That ends the turn, and then we go back to the beginning where we generate power to go through the whole rigmarole again. Right, so we'll come back at the verdict. Okay, so as it turns out, we weren't very far from the end, and you can see the scores there. Martin has won with 36, and surprisingly, I thought you were going to win that, Zane, but obviously Martin had a lot of token
I needed
chips.
another turn.
Yeah. When you get close to the end of the game,
That's
the 30
exactly
mark,
why I ended it, Tony.
you can reveal your chips to show that you've got over the 30 mark to end the game. And obviously in the Doom phase, if I just point down here again, it says determine victory or defeat before you go to the action phase. So, as it was, obviously Martin ended the game. He's won.
Well, my feeling was if Tony or if there was another turn, I would get hammered. Because I think people thought I was doing quite well.
Well, yeah.
And clearly I was.
I mean, my
But
plan was
I
to
don't
literally
think people were looking at you
steamroll through there.
going, Tony's really, really doing well now. Despite the fact he controls
it's
nearly
obviously-
the west of America. Or in fact,
The
the west of
world.
the world.
Yeah, but the Crawling Chaos one, the powers I
Slow
end
burn?
up getting, yeah, it's a slow burn, and then at the end I sort of go to get the Elder Signs by going Great One hunting.
Yeah, which, I mean, you did the
Yeah.
right one first
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it really boned me.
Yeah. I don't think I would have liked to try to face the Crawling Chaos. How many dice were you rolling?
12.
Six for
So,
his
yeah.
spell books and 6 for ours.
That's
Yeah.
quite a lot. But obviously, there's a lot of gates going on everywhere now to take over. But the gates don't. If there's no another turn, you're not going to score much from that. But I mean, look at the thing as well is you got like a couple of three threes, and loads of 2s and 1s. Where I only got
Two ones, I got.
yeah, I got 3 1s and a 2. What did you get, Sam?
1, 2, 3.
1, 2,
1, 2,
3.
3, and you got a 2.
I got a 2. And my first one on literally that last.
My first
Doom
2 were a
phase
3 and a 2.
by sacrificing. one
My
of the
first 3 were
In fact,
1s.
I didn't see ones until
you-
probably
you
about the
two at
4th
once.
draw.
Really?
2 and a 1.
That's what I mean.
Because there's meant to be more ones. Than
That is,
when I was punching it, I definitely noticed there were more 1s and 2s and 3s.
I said that as Ash was half explaining the rules, and that I really have a problem with that kind of random draw of VPs because it's just unfair. I mean, in fact, I got a lot, and someone else could have had the exact same amount of tokens and had half as many points,
Right.
and there's no way to mitigate that at all.
Well, a good example was you said your first couple were 3s and 2s.
Yeah.
My first 3 were 2 1s and a 2.
Yeah, absolutely. So I had more points, the same amount of points on my first 2 that you've got in total.
Yeah. And
It's just wonky.
I drew 3 1s in a row where I decided, you know what, these tokens aren't worth it.
Whereas I was thinking, more tokens, they're awesome.
How were you getting yours? Yours was when he
Summon
resummoned it.
Cthulhu, yeah.
I think you were doing the right tactic. Get Cthulhu in a fight, get him killed,
And then bring him
summon
back in again.
because he's
Yeah.
quite cheap to summon in. Unfortunately, fighting him, I can choose where the hits go then, and obviously I wasn't going to... That's basically stopped you then, didn't it?
Yeah.
When you did that, I didn't kill Cthulhu, and then
And
we
it
all
pushed-
ran away from everything.
And it also pushed me onto a land space, which meant I couldn't submerge anymore.
Oh yeah, because at the...
The
You could
thing.
move to there next
the
turn.
Bayaki...
Yeah, but moving there is just as easy as moving into the space where he is and attacking
No,
him.
yeah.
Well, later in the game, I'd have kept you off sea spaces anyway if you got retreated, because one of my powers is in any battle I choose where the retreats go to.
Well, yeah. Alright, so let's do a bit of a thoughts process. Ash, this is your game. What did you think?
Apart from the ridiculous overproduction of the miniatures and the not quite so complete production value of the
That's weak, and the counters are awesome as well. But those two little balls
of the
there,
2 tracks.
This is the Kickstarter edition.
Yeah.
They were clearly the last things they made out of the
Yeah, I think so. I think
Oh
they
my God,
suddenly
they get the
realised.
budget.
holy crap, we need these boards.
Let's use white paper.
Sandy Peterson knocked them up on his printer.
First game, I thought it was okay. Obviously, got some rules slightly iffy because I apologise. I thought I'd said them all out, but apparently I hadn't. I think it's good. Not overly in your face, but there is some of that in your faceness, and it's like Martin did you do any aggressive battles?
No, mainly stealing people.
Yeah. So yeah, you don't have to go around punching people in the face, which is always nice. That's always an option, but you know. So I liked it. I thought it was okay. Obviously, I'm going to say that because I've spent a lot.
$200 on it.
Like that,
200 plus. He's got expansions up the wazoo coming.
I don't have it. No, it's not quite as bad as some people. There's a $525 one that I was tempted at the time, which would have gotten me.
Ashton's our rich
lot.
Asian friend.
I wish.
He's a sheik. Come over.
He's got an oil farm in his backyard.
A sheik kebab, maybe, but
So you're giving it a thumbs up?
I'm giving it a thumbs up. I thought it was okay. I do agree with Martin. I don't mind random tokens so much, but it felt a bit wonky in that Martin seemed to be able to get a lot of them, and I
was drawing a lot though because I had two great old ones, so I was drawing 2 a turn with doing that.
And for me to get mine, I have to sacrifice cultists. So
Well, that mechanic is really annoying when one faction can do something to get it easy while the other
Yeah.
faction has to work really hard to do
Well, it
that.
depends on your definition of easy there. Ashton sacrifices a cultist to draw a token, which costs him 1 power to put out. I had to do a ritual, which cost a minimum of 5 to do. So, arguably, his was much easier than
Yeah.
mine. But, I don't know.
true. Plus,
Talking of random tokens, what on earth are they?
those I think therefore they replaced instead of these,
Ah, okay.
and for picking faction randomly.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, Martin, what did you think?
I quite liked it actually. I thought it was pretty decent. Ashton said it didn't feel very in your face. It definitely felt that in the latter half of the game. It was very angry. You didn't have to fight, but there was a constant feeling of people are manoeuvring to dick me over.
Or steal stuff from you?
Or that, or yeah, do something to hamper your turn. So I think it was quite in your face, but I thought it was pretty decent to be honest. I thought the spell books, you seem to get those quite quickly, and it almost, well, I don't know, I felt like they came quite quickly. And it almost made a bit of a mockery of like trying to work towards getting. I don't know. You
That's,
didn't get yours.
that's a faction thing. My
Yeah.
ones were. The blue is a bit of a slow burner,
Yeah.
defensive to start with, and then as you get on, you get your spell books a bit easier. The hardest one for me to get was capturing an enemy cultist.
Which I did turn off the turn.
Yeah,
So.
which I
Yeah, but
found
that's because
exceedingly
you
hard
got
to
him
achieve.
on. He cost you what, 4 power to bring into play. So
Yeah.
you've got a great old one, like many turns before we have.
Yeah,
and
true.
we can't defend against it in the same way.
That's true. But yeah, overall I thought it was pretty decent. I mean, see early comment about these tokens. I wouldn't mind if it was mitigatable somehow. Like in Eclipse, you draw a certain amount and choose one, and then you can only keep a
So,
few.
yeah.
And so you start ditching them and stuff, and it doesn't feel quite as uneven there. But this one is just random draw, and I drew a boatload. I mean, if it wasn't for those, I'd be nowhere near. I mean, I was last on that track for most of that game.
So the other thing we should mention is that this is all our first game, so
Yeah.
you know you could stop people from doing stuff, but we don't know what you're doing at the time.
Yeah, and I have to say, and I don't want to sound like I'm blowing my own trumpet, because I did say that I think you played the faction the way it sort of should have been played. I think I kind of did that with this as well. Kind of go around, put as many monsters
Little
down as
conga
possible,
line.
just to hold, not really do anything with gates or anything, because I only had 2 gates for the whole game, but make sure the desecration takes around, just holding that to gain you the power. It felt like the right thing to do, and
It seemed like the right
did me
thing to
well,
do. You
so-
had this nice little.
yeah, and this guy moving around with a horde of zombies, just desecrate that, move on to the next one, leave one behind. You know?
Yeah.
No, overall I liked it. It was good, and a lot better than Chaos in the Overworld, I thought.
See that I disagree. I think Chaos in the World is much better, but I don't think this is a bad game. I think the figures are ridiculously good.
Can I ask why you think that? Other than you've played Chaos in the Overworld a lot more.
Yeah,
Because my feeling, I mean, my thoughts are well documented, but I think Khorne makes Chaos in the Old World really unbalanced. His presence, whereas I didn't feel that in this. I felt we're all
Well, the
causing our own mischief, if you like, so everyone's a problem for everybody else.
I like Khorne in the fact that it makes the game more aggressive, whereas this one I didn't feel it was aggressive at all. I just felt it was, you could just do your own thing and ignore everyone else. You don't even have to fight if you're in the same squares. You can share squares. You can you can basically go through the whole game without actually rolling any dice, and you could do pretty well. You know, with like your particular faction, I don't think you needed to do any fighting whatsoever, and you could have won that quite easily. And Ashen had a lot of abilities of moving around, doing stuff without actually having to fight. I don't think you fought at all. Did you fight anyone? I don't think you rolled any dice this game.
I did. A couple, not many. I think I got.
Do you?
No, I don't remember you
I'm sure I
fighting
did.
at
I
all.
thought I got attacked somewhere, didn't I? And then I tried having a really
Yeah,
lame
you
battle.
tried-
I
you
did a
tried out-
really
Yeah,
lame.
you had a fight over there with Tony. That's right.
Yeah,
Oh,
I had
yeah.
a really lame.
One
battle.
dice.
dice,
That's right,
$10
yeah.
or something.
One dice.
Well,
It
Well,
was
they-
meant.
no, I moved
I
the
think-
hunter, the flying hunters over there.
I think my problem,
Hunting
not a
hobby.
problem, because I don't want to say that I think the game is rubbish or anything, but it's because it's not. But you have these massively cool, ostentatious figures. Hey.
He's using the word again.
And you got like all these areas that you can try to control, and all these powers that you got that you can use, but it's not necessary. You could just ignore it and turtle and just gain your victory points from your gates and defend areas, and it just doesn't seem like there's any need to fight. Whereas in Chaos in the Old World, Khorne forces you to think outside the box, to try and push in other areas and fight back and that sort of thing. It just, I think this game looks infinitely better, but it doesn't bring the same level. But I also want to put a caveat, this is our first game, so I could be talking nonsense and this game could be really aggressive.
Interesting. So you think Khorne forces fights in it, do you?
Yes.
Because I think obviously Khorne is the one to fight. People move away from Khorne, trying to avoid fighting because it gives him points.
Yeah, and that's the way you did Khorne over in Chaos in the Old, was by, avoiding him and suckering him and stuff
But
like
in
that.
this, you fight or take away from people's gates so they don't score points.
Yeah.
And then it's gaining you a point, so it's a swing of 2, essentially.
Yeah, it's like when you sent Hastor in there, devoured the gate, and then you went in there, crawling chaos him out.
Well, it screwed you over, didn't it?
Yeah.
'Cause it-
Well, in fact,
Because you'd summoned in cultists as well into there, hadn't you?
and in
So
fact,
that knocked
that's a
that
good
out
point.
as well.
Actually, I was doing really well until I started attacking. Attacking caused me to go backwards. But I mean, that's just the thought.
That's just poor play, though, isn't it? Really?
Maybe. What did you think, Tony?
Yes, enjoyed the game. The different factions definitely have to be played differently, and you take a couple of games to figure out what their different advantages are. I think I managed to hit quite good with the blues because they're a bit of a slow burner. So you're defensive to start with, and then you build up. So
I think you
get
did
to
the
know
right thing, Tony, but I think you could have probably afforded to do his summon
A bit
earlier,
yeah.
because you might have only had 4, but me and Jason both had
Sixes,
6,
yeah.
so that's still 10 dice, which is more than anyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah,
So
I
you could have probably
left
done
it
that and start
probably
hunting.
left it in a bit
And
too
that would have meant that you obviously were in a position to win, and also would have hampered other people. It certainly hampered me because I couldn't desecrate cheaply. I would have been drawing 2 tokens and things, so it would have really slowed me down. But then, live and learn. I go.
But yep, enjoyed playing it. Definitely play it again.
He's wildly
Probably-
overproduced though.
yeah, Jesus. Yeah. For the, I must admit, for the type of game it is, I mean, it's just a very basic area control game with not a lot to it, and it's
Well, that's the thing.
stupidly
Like,
overpriced.
The reason it's gaining the buzz is because of these things, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, these figures could have easily been, a
Yeah,
fifth
little
of the
bust or
size,
whatever.
or a little bust or something. Yeah, the game would have cost £40-50 or whatever, and it would have been no different at all. Nothing.
Yeah.
Well, that was one slight problem I had sitting this end and starting that end.
Yeah.
Mid-game, I couldn't actually see my figures that end.
I would have
It was-
fight over here, and it's like, where's that other thing? It's behind massive Cthulhu. There it is.
I'm also predominantly a miniature gamer, and looking at miniatures like this on a board is just awesome. It really is.
Well, I'm still waiting on the plastic gates. They'll turn up, and obviously the custom dice.
But I mean, you feel like a miniature. Ash, you're a miniature gamer as well.
Yeah.
You would feel like this is a game that you'd be playing on a miniatures table.
Yeah, definitely.
So many friggin' big figures.
I was saying, if I still played certain Games Workshop games, I could, I'd have myself an army for them if I wanted to.
I do find it surprising. I think they should have done a bigger board. The areas just aren't big enough. It's like the miniatures are so big that you get one of your great old ones out and it essentially takes up all the space in it. And yet the board, I mean, it's not folded. It's on 2 pieces, and it's just a small square board. I mean, why isn't it like Middle Earth Quest or War of the Ring size? You know, a massive board with huge
Oh, that's
areas.
they're waiting for the deluxe edition to do that.
Oh my god, the deluxe
These are all
edition.
gold.
It'll be a fold-out table to play it on.
Good idea.
Well, there you go. There's our thoughts on our first playthrough. Make of it what you will. And we shall see you in the next
So
game.
was that 4 thumbs up? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. 4 thumbs up, yeah.
Yeah.